I've noticed that a lot of YouTubers are picking this game up again, but another thing that I've noticed is that they really don't know where a lot of the really good stuff is. So I'm gonna start over and make a new game for you guys so you can kind of see some of the cool stuff that some of the other players haven't seen yet. So we're gonna go with, yeah, sure, game 3 is fine. Alright, and we're gonna go into adventure mode! Yay! Okay, so basically this game is kind of like Farmville on crack. You've recently moved to an alien planet and there aren't really animals on it. Well, I guess there are animals on it because you have the chickens, but instead of animals, you're kind of keeping slimes, which are these really cute little guys, and you'll see. It's great. 1,000 light years away from Earth, on a planet known as the Far, Far Range, Beatrix LeBeau begins her first day as a slime rancher. Okay, so this is kind of our little tutorial, just kind of moving around, and then hop and sprint, all that happy fun stuff. What are you guys doing? Okay, so this is what is known as a pink slime, and it's kind of just your little generic slime. It's not that special, it's pretty cute, it's not that valuable, but you still kind of need it. But it kind of gives you your basic little plort. And a plort is basically currency, so you feed the slime, you get a plort. So you're basically harvesting its poop. But, yeah, no. Okay, so we've got its plort, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it over here to the market. And this little plorty went to market. And see, now we got 10. And so each one of these is worth a different amount of the currency that they use on this planet, which is pretty cool. So, say you get this one, you get 17. You get this one, you get 22. That one's worth 16. That one's worth 10. And then if you find the rare golden slime, you get 336. I've seen that one upwards of 400, but being that this is the beginning of the game, you're probably not going to see that for a little bit. And the plort market changes every day. So... and there's different sections of the ranch that you can unlock. Right now, at the beginning of the game, we're only going to have this main area. So that's pretty much it. We've got these 4 corrals over here. There's 2 up on this ledge, and there's 2 right over here. Then we can unlock this area, and then there's another area behind that we can have. And then there's 2 over here as well, which, as you progress more and more into the game, you'll be able to unlock. But right now, what we need to do is just basics on how to keep these little guys healthy, happy, and supplying you with their delicious poops. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out here, and this is the part of the range that's called the dry reef, and there's usually a ton of the pink slimes right in this area. They just kind of pop out of the ground every now and again. And then at night there's usually a bunch of what they call phospho ones, and the phospho slimes are basically like they look like these guys, except for they're purple, they have antennae and wings, and they're basically little fireflies. And so we've got some carrots. So we're gonna kind of gather these guys up, because the pink slimes, they're not very picky, they'll eat anything that you throw at them. But on the flip side of that, they don't, because they don't have a favorite, like I said, they're not very valuable. They're essential to some of the stuff that you're going to need later in the game, but for right now, it's just kind of your basic bitch slime, if you will. Okay, more carrots, more carrots, more carrots. Okay, so right now I'm just trying to gather up as much food as I can so we can get some more money so we can move on. If I get quiet, please excuse me. I'm just trying to get this and move along, as it were. Oh no! I'm out of room for my carrots! Stop eating my carrots, you little monsters. That's fine. We'll take care of them. At least that wasn't a total loss. I hate that at the beginning of the game you can only have like so much in your backpack. Eventually you'll be able to upgrade it to where you can carry like 100 of each thing. You can't get more than 4 different items at the same time, unfortunately. But, you know, you find a way to make it work. And there's inventions that you can come up with later when we get to that part that will come in handy for that. Okay, I can't really get anything else over. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of these pink slimes. And I'm gonna get some of the cat slimes. They're called tabby slimes, but I find myself calling them kitty ones a lot because, I don't know, I just think kitty slime is a better name for it, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm not a game developer. I just play the games. And, you know, draw the characters because I'm a dork. Oh, right. No more carrots. Here, eat the carrots. Eat the carrots. Eat the carrots and give me your poop. Come on. Go. There we go. Alright, now let's go on back to the ranch. Head on back to the homestead, as it were. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go! Yes, okay, I see you. I see you. You need to go away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can kind of combine some slimes. See, if a slime eats a plort from a different type of slime, it becomes like a hybrid that's known as a largo. Like, these guys are just slimes, but if you mix them together, they become a largo, and that is a largo. And it's half cat and half pink. So, and they take on the diet of both of them. So one of them eats meat, but the other one will eat anything. So, see, it just ate that carrot that I put in there. So you can put in pretty much anything that you want if you combine it with a pink. But that being said, if you feed this one and you want to feed it its favorite, because if you feed a slime its favorite, it gives you 2 plorts instead of just 1. So to give it its favorite, you would have to give it the favorite of the one that's not the pink one, because the pink one doesn't have one. So it's kind of a situation when you want to mix them with the pink ones, because yeah, you're going to get more plorts, but you're not going to get as many as you could. Especially when chickens are a little harder to come by than vegetables. Oh, speaking of vegetables, I meant to show you guys something. Okay, so what we're going to do here, and you only need 1 for this, but we're going to set up a garden, and then you just shoot what you want to grow in here. And see, all the little carrots start to pop up. And I'm going to give it some nutrient soil. I don't have enough for that, but what you can do is you can get nutrient soil, sprinkler, a scare slime, and all of that, and it makes everything grow better. See, like this is it's gonna grow, but it's gonna take a little while, and just adding that stuff makes it a little bit easier, and it makes it grow faster. Okay, so it looks like we've got some star mail. Okay, welcome to the Far Far Range from the 7Z Corporation. Miss LeBeau, the 7Z Corporation would like to welcome you to the Far Far Range. Oh, thank you. Welcome, and extend our support in our bold new venture as a slime rancher. Yay! Support extended. Okay. We would also like to request that you exercise caution in your first few days on the range. Until you get more familiar with your surroundings, traveling at night is not advisable. Well, I'm going to do it anyway, so heh. Lastly, should you require any additional tools for your backpack or items to make your slime ranching experience easier, the 7Z Corporation would be pleased to provide them to you from the shop located just outside your ranch house. The 7Z Corporation providing the tools you need to get the job done for us for a small fee. Okay, so basically these guys are the ones who like give you all the tools to ranch the slimes, but they're also the people that you're selling the plorts to, so it's one of those big like scheme things, but it's still funny, and their letters are really cute too, so you know. Okay, this is the Secret Styles one. This is one of those that actually just came out, and what's going to happen is there are going to be these little treasure pod things that we can open, and there are 4 different types of them. There's the green ones, the blue ones, and the purple ones, and then there's also the star ones. The green ones, blue ones, and purple ones are just the regular ones that come in the game, but first we have to get the treasure cracker, which I'm not going to have enough money for a while, so we'll work our way up to that. But the ones with the stars on them are going to have the new skins for all the slimes in there, and we can decide which ones are the best ones that we like, which ones look the best, and we can figure it out. But as we go, basically what this is saying is that one of their spaceships exploded, and they just kind of landed all over the place, so it's like, hey, go find these for us, have fun, woo! Okay, and this is a letter from Casey, who is a friend back home. It's never really stated if it's a guy or a girl, but it does seem like they have like some sort of romantic relationship, so, you know, interpret that however you want. Okay, rise and shine, Casey. Hi, B. What's it like to sleep for a whole year? Did you dream? Can't imagine what it's like. 7Z puts you in a pod and then lights out for all that time. Wow. What's the Far Far Range like? Have you started exploring? Is the air as clear as they say? I bet it's really beautiful. I'm probably asking too many questions. I bet you have a lot of work to do on that ranch. I still can't believe it's yours now. I guess I better leave you to it and just keep it short. Good luck, B. If anyone can make it out there, it's you, Casey. Aw, such support. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the ranch. Oh, sun's starting to go down. That's pretty. Okay, so we've got these guys. There's a couple chickens running around. I'm just gonna let them do their thing. And these guys have enough carrots. You can have another one. There we go. Alright, and let's go see if we can find some more plorts. You know, I might... No, I don't have enough. And, I'm kind of new to this, Let's Play thing, so if I stumble on something, if I talk too much or talk too little, I'm sorry, I'm still kind of getting the hang of this, so I apologize in advance for any of that. But at the same time, I hope you enjoy these, and I hope that they help you if you ever want to play them, or help you decide if you want to purchase the game or buy the game. Speaking from personal experience, I find it to be really fun. It's one of those games that I can pick up and put down any time. It's kind of relaxing, And for someone like me who has like a lot of anxiety, it helps. So it's just one of those that I can just pick it up. It's not too taxing. It's not relaxing. There's missions that you can. I mean, it is relaxing. Sorry. There's missions that you can do, but it's not like, oh, I got to get this mission done to finish the game. It's just one of those open world concepts where you can kind of just go around and do whatever the hell you want, which is awesome. Go away, slimes. I don't want you. Alright, let's go see what we can find over... Oh, what is that? Ah, the phospho slimes have come out. Okay, so these guys only come out at night, and they're basically firefly slimes. And they... Oh, and that is a rock and pink largo. So that one came from... I'm gonna steal that. That one came from a rock one, which I will try to find before it becomes a largo. But it ate a pink one, so now it's a pink largo slime. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I think I've done enough damage around this popsicle stand, so let's move on to the next area. Okay, let's go out here so I can show you guys something. On this rickety bridge. Okay, so this is what you would call a gordo. A gordo is what happens when a lot of the same type of slime came together and kind of merged into one big slime. And the thing you've got to do is you've got to feed it until basically it explodes. So come over here, and yeah, there should be some cocoa fruit right here. And the cool thing about the pink slimes is that they'll eat anything. Ooh, look. Treasure chest. Okay, let's see what this one is. Okay, so this is the one for the pink ones, and instead of just being regular pink now, they're sparkly. For some reason, it doesn't work on the Gordos, or at least it hasn't so far that I've seen. But when we go back and we find some more of the pink slimes, you'll see that that has actually immediately taken effect. I'm gonna step on your head. Yeah. Can I get up here? Yes. Ah, there's nothing on those trees. Okay, so let's go feed this guy, see if that's enough to make him explode. Ah, dang it. Alright, just a few more things. I think if I could find like a patch of carrots or something, I should be able to get him. And I'll show you what happens when you do get them to explode. Oh. Oh, cool. Okay, so this is one of those where, see, if you go to the map, you can see this is the ranch. We haven't unlocked all of those areas yet. We're basically just in that middle area right there. But the rest of it, it'll tell you, you know, this is the basic general layout of the land. But if you find... Go away. Go away. But if you activate this, it kind of shows you a little bit more detail, so you kind of have a better idea of where you're going. Which is nice! Ooh, look, a rooster. Gonna keep you. And if you find a rooster, they're kind of rare. I mean, I'm not gonna say like super rare, but you're definitely gonna find more chickens than you're gonna find roosters. Oh. I say that, and then I find two of them right next to each other. Just the universe proving me wrong. But anyway. So if you find one of those, and whenever they're in like proximity to a chicken... Oh, see, this is what the rock ones that I was telling you about earlier look like when they haven't fused with another one. And this is what the pink one... Stop it! And this is what the pink ones look like now that they've got that sparkly skin. It's pretty cool. It makes them kind of look like that glitter slime that kids are making now. But I think I've got enough of the pogo fruit to make that Gordo, explode. So let's go see. Okay, let's see what happens here. There we go. Woo! Yay, a slime key! Give me the key, give me the key. Alright, go away. Shoot. Okay, so... yeah, just come on in and eat my chicken. Didn't want that or nothing. Jerk. Let's see what's in here. Okay, and this is actually pretty good because here, give me that. Okay, so this is a stony hen, which is the personal favorite of the tabby slime, so the kitty cat ones. So if you feed a stony hen to a tabby slime, or a largo that was formed from a tabby slime, then it actually gives you 2 plorts instead of 1, so it's definitely beneficial to feed them their favorites versus like just something that versus something that they'll eat. Okay, this is what's known as the tar, and this is what happens when you try to that's what happens when you try to mix more than 2 types of slimes. It turns into the tar. And das is no bueno. Because they know like the ranchers. If you look in the Slimepedia, you can actually... here, hold on, I'll show you. Slimepedia. Okay, so if we go over to the slimes, you can see that the pink slimes, their favorites, that they don't have one. But then you've got the tabby ones, and there's just the stony hen, and let's see... come on, go to the tar. Okay, the tar, their favorites are ranchers. So yeah, they're gonna eat everything else, but they're gonna go after you harder than they're gonna go after anything else. So, but I mean, they're not all bad because like places like this, like there can be sometimes where there's just way too many of these slimes, and they kind of serve as like a population control, just like, you know, wolves in the wild, it's like a population control thing, but definitely get out of their way. Okay, so let's see what we have over here. Oh, look, another one. Okay, let's see what's in this one. Okay, so that's going to change the rock ones to heavy metal. If I'm not mistaken, it just kind of turns them gray and gives them, like, well, you know, a metallic sheen. So let's see if we can find one so we can see what it looks like. That's not good. But the good thing is you can destroy these guys with water. Like, they get hurt by water. Go over there. Alright, okay, but here's one of the heavy metal ones. See, they kind of look pretty cool. Kind of look like little metallic grapes. Ah, go away! Alright, and, you know what, there's a lot of largos in this place, so I'm just gonna let them do their thing, their population control thing. You know what, I'll even help you out there. Go away. Alright, so let's see what we've got over here. Okay, this is a great spot to get tabby slimes and chickens. See, like, there's a couple nests around here. So if you're ever needing chickens to feed your carnivorous slimes, this is a good place to come and get them. Oh, see, there's a nest right here. That's the good thing about the rock ones, they're vegetarians. Oh, right, I've got the stony hen. Okay. Oh, look, here's a message. Here's another message. Oh, you know what? I haven't shown you guys the first message yet, so I'm gonna wait, and we can read that in a little while. Whoa! Okay, so Tabby Gordo. I'm gonna feed him some chickens, but I kinda need the ones that I've got right now, so I'm just gonna let that be for a little bit. He's not going anywhere. You know what, we should probably head back to the ranch and cash these bad boys in. Yeah, when you hear this music that's playing, it's kind of a sign to get out of here. Is that a chicken? Yeah, that's a chicken. But not the right type of chicken. Ah! Run away! No. No. Bad tar. Bad tar. Okay. Okay, so it looks like most of these guys have... Why are you not eating? Oh, goodness. Okay, so I'm going to... just gonna kind of free-range my chickens, because, you know. Alright, so just by these guys being in close proximity to each other, it's going to produce what is called a chickadee, which is, you know, basically a chick. I mean, it takes a little bit, and they have to kind of stay together for a little while. So they don't necessarily have to be in a coop for it to work. It just, you know, it's a little more helpful. But since I don't have the money for a coop right now, I'm just kind of working with what I got. Okay, so these are worth 23 apiece, so that's not bad. So, and then cash all these guys in. Alright, so we've got almost 300. Oh, look, some carrots. Feed these two of my slimes over here, and we'll be all good. And then I could... Oh, no, 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 you need to stay in here. Yeah, okay, fine, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna add a plort collector to this. Ah, dang it. Don't have enough. But you can add all sorts of different things to your corrals. I just don't have enough for them yet. But it just makes it a lot easier because you don't have to get in here. You don't have to worry about sucking up the slimes. You don't have to worry about that happening, basically, while you're trying to collect your stuff. Okay, so there's that. You know, I'm just gonna let these guys do their thing. Because, honestly, like, in my other game, I just preferred to free-range them anyway. Because it just seemed to make things so much easier, and they were happier, they could just kind of do what they wanted to do. But I'm not quite to the stage where I could do that yet. But I wanted to start from the beginning so you guys would know, hey, this is how I got to this point. So, there we go. Okay, and this orange thing over here. Okay. Hello, Beatrix. My name is Hobson Twilgers? Yeah, Twilgers. Rancher, explorer, and former owner of this here ranch. You now call your own. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. I was a rancher for more years than I can remember and felt that there was one last adventure left in me. So I've set off to find just that. But before I go, I'm taking one last tour around this here land I love. So keep your peepers peeled for notes like these if you want to hear what an old coot has to say every now and again. Be talking to you. H. So this is the guy who owned the ranch before me, and I really like his story that he has. I think it's really cute, but that's just me, and I'm kind of a hopeless romantic. And he just has cutest little story, and I love it. So, oh, you hear that? Okay, that right there is called a lucky slime. You can't catch them, and it sucks, but if you shoot some food at them, which I unfortunately don't have right now, it's better to shoot a chicken because you know it is a cat. And I can't reach it because it's up there, the stupid thing. And it just disappeared. So, yeah, if you come across one of those, it's best to have, like, a chicken handy, so you can just shoot it at it, and then it'll eat it, it'll spew out some money for you, and then it'll go on its way. Okay, what am I looking at here? There's another treasure pod that we can't open yet. Alright, oh, heartbeats. These are the favorite of the rock slimes, so whenever you feed one of these to a rock slime or a rock slime hybrid, then you'll get, if you feed it to a hybrid, then you actually get 4 plorts, but if you feed it to a rock slime, you get 2. So what I like to do is I like to get the foods that are easier to come by and easier to grow and get and stuff like that. And I like to mix those slimes with the ones that are, like harder to get, like say like the rock slime with the cat slime, because the heartbeat, all you have to do is put it in the garden and you're good. Don't have to worry about it anymore. But the chickens, which are a little harder to come by, and you have to wait for them to, it's just a little bit harder to grow them, because I mean you have to have a rooster, and with the plants all you have to have is a garden, no big deal. So that's just my personal strategy. You can do whatever you want, but that's just me. But let's see what we can get over here. I think I'm just gonna oh, nope, never mind. Alright, I'm just gonna suck up all these plorts. It's gonna be nice. That way I don't have to care for any of them, but since they're just going around eating these anyway. Ah, cute berries. These are the favorite of the phospho slimes, so like the little firefly looking ones. That's their favorite, so it's kinda nice. And all of this is in the Slimepedia, but just in case you guys remember stuff better if someone tells it to you. I don't know. I learn differently than a lot of other people, so that's just me. Sorry. But okay, and up here is going to be your first instance of running into a feral slime. Whenever you see these signs with the little slime and crossbones, usually they pop up like right in here. But because the feral slimes, these particular ones, are half phospho ones, they only come out at night. So during the day, you don't really have to worry about them. But if you're passing through here at night, you might want to run. But thankfully, they're half phospho and half pink, so whatever food you have will also calm them down, because that's what makes a slime feral, is usually the fact that it's just a little hangry. So just throw some food at it, say, hey, have a Snickers, and you're good to go. Okay. Is that anything that I want? What if I wanted that chicken? You jerk. Alright. But here, that key that we found underneath the pink Gordo? Well, this is what it unlocks, and there's a bunch of these doors that you can find, and usually the key is hidden underneath or inside a Gordo. So that's the benefit of making those little guys those big guys explode. And this is the moss blanket. Fun fact: it has more fruit trees than anywhere else on the far range. Okay, and it also has one of my favorite slimes in it, which is the honey slime. Oh, and this right here is a puddle slime. And the cool thing about this guy is that you don't really have to feed it anything, but you can't keep it in a regular corral or it'll, shrivel up. But if you build a pond, you can just put it in there and it just eats water. So all you have to do is just leave it, let it do its thing, and come back later and you can get a puddle plort. which are actually pretty valuable, and this is one right here, so I'm going to take it. And then one of the other types of slimes that are around here are what are called boom slimes, which there was one back there, but it was a hybrid, so I want to show you what it looks like before it kind of combines with another one. There's usually some in here. Let me see. Yep, there's one. Okay, so these are the boom slimes, and I personally would have gone with lava slime, but, you know. But, yeah, they're cute. The only thing is, like, they, you know, explode every now and again. Let's see what this guy has. Okay, so now the boom slimes are arcane slimes, which I actually like these guys a lot better. I think they look really cool, and instead of exploding in, like, fire, it comes out with, like, puffs of smoke that look all magic and cool. It just reminds me of, like, Harry Potter or Skyrim, which, yeah, see, it's pretty cool. Anyway, I like it better, but I'm kind of a dork, so, you know. Okay, let's see what's up here. Okay, and this is a briar chicken, which is the third breed of chicken that we have, and it's the favorite of the boom slime. But apparently tabbies like it just fine too, but, you know. But there's always a nest of them right up here. So, whenever you need some briar chickens, just come on up here. And I believe there's something over here too. Oh, yep, it's a cuberry tree. Alright, but that's kind of it for this area until we can find another key, because there's a door right over here. And the area that it leads to is actually one of my favorite areas, but it's going to be a little bit before we can find that. Okay. So let's go to the other part. Oh, chickens. But yeah, that's kind of what happens when there are no more chickens in a particular area. They just kind of pop out of the ground because, you know, nature. Okay, but this is kind of the main part of the moss blanket. Oh, yay, money. But this is also... Oh, yeah, this is a place where you want to keep your eye out, because these guys, this guy is actually half pink and half hunter slime, and hunter slimes are one of my favorites in the whole game. Oh, the problem is, whenever they pop up, and whenever they become largos in the wild, until they eat something, they're always feral. So, let me find something to feed this guy. Have a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Okay, but yeah, now he's fine. See, that's what their plorts look like. And they're just the cutest things. Oh, that one. Oh dear. And that one's half cat and half thing, so I would need to feed it a chicken. No, go away. I just want the regular one. Just give me the regular slime. Alright, let's see. The moss blanket may seem like an ancient jungle of sorts, but in fact it's been... Oh. But the fact is that much of what you see here wasn't even around when I first began exploring this land. At this rate, I reckon that it won't be long before this greenery completely overtakes the far, far range. Huh. Nifty. Okay, let's see what we can find. Okay, and you'll find one of these every now and again. It's not like a rarity, but it's... Well, yeah, I would say that it's kind of a rarity. But they're toys for the slimes, and that one's a yarn ball, so it's the favorite toy of the cat slimes. I mean, the other ones will play with it, but the cat slimes like it the best. And each different type of slime has its own toy that you can buy. You have to kind of upgrade and work your way up to it. But once you get it, it's really cute, the things that they've come up with. But okay, and there's a purple one right here, but I gotta get the treasure cracker to get that. Okay, and these types of mushrooms, this is where the hunter slimes like to hang out. So if you're ever around one of those mushrooms, keep your eye out, because the hunter slimes might be around. And keep in mind that they can turn invisible too. So if you see something that's like, you know, you could see something there, but it's see-through, you might want to start just turn your vacuum on, so that way you can catch what might be there. Because even if it's invisible, it'll still come into your vacuum. You don't have to worry about that. Alright, and there's a bunch of tar in this area, so I'm going to leave. Okay, let's go on to the next part. Okay, these are one of my favorites. These are the honey slime. You know, I'm gonna get rid of these heartbeats so I can take some honey slimes back. But yeah, the honey slimes are so cute. And their favorite food is the mint mango, which you can find. Yeah, there's a tree right there. Are there any on the ground? Is my vacuum strong enough to get there? Oh, haha! But I don't have enough spaces. Darn. So long, puddle plort. I need this more. Okay. So... Ah! Okay, and these are what the boom plorts look like. They just look like little pieces of lava. Okay, let's see. I don't have the jetpack yet, so can't do that. Yep. Alright, so... there's one more place that I can show you in the moss blanket right now without having the jetpack first. And after that, I think I'm going to call it a day for Slime Rancher, but I can show you this and get back to the ranch. Oh, feral slime's up ahead. Get out of the way! Run! Okay, and this is a really good place to find honey slimes. They're usually all over the place. Yeah, see, like, there's one, there's a bunch, and this is a pretty good place to find briar hens, too, because there's, like, that's a regular chicken nest, but then there's 2 briar hen nests up here. Yeah, here we go. And there's a treasure pod, and we'll find those. We'll be able to unlock that eventually. You just gotta get enough money for it. The hardest part in this game is getting started, really, because once you get like a couple thousand, it just keeps going and going and going, and once you get at least one section of your ranch established, it's really easy to make money in this game. Alright, there's some money. Get over here. Yeah, you don't have to worry about drowning in this game either. Like, it just one of those things that, like, it doesn't matter. And for those playing at home, there's a treasure pod right here. But yeah, okay, and I think there's a box up here. There usually is, yeah. Okay, there's some money, gives a chicken, and some fruit, a pogo fruit. Okay, oh look, another puddle slime. I don't have a pond yet, so I don't want to take him home. But eventually, I'll come back and get some more puddle slimes, and it'll be adorable. Okay, and the portal at the end of this just takes us right back to the ranch, so that's a lot less walking that we have to do, which is, you know, nice. Alright, so let's turn in all of the plorts that we found. Like the boom plorts and the puddle plorts, they're actually worth quite a bit. Like, you know, in terms of like the 10, I mean, that one of those is worth 45. And the more you find, and the ones that you find later in the game are worth considerably more. I mean, that one's worth, you know, almost 100 by itself. Just one. I mean, one of those is worth 7 of that one. So, that's nice. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let these guys just kind of free range. And they can just go on and do their thing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upgrade this. Give it the high walls. And a plort collector. And auto feed. No, I don't have enough for the auto feeder. But I can put that in here. Do I have enough for another garden? Dang it. Okay, so let me go around and see if I can do this. You know what? I'm just going to destroy this crop. New crop. And then I'm gonna grow a mango tree because these guys will also eat the mint mango. Just get all this up. These carrots. Okay. These guys in, and I might be able to have enough for 2 gardens, and that would eat all of them with just one type of food. Okay. Let's see what I can do here. Okay. My garden going. Gonna get the nutrients. I don't have enough for the nutrient soil. But, you know, that's what it is. Alright, but now I've got 2 mint mango trees growing. These guys should have enough. When that's done growing, I'll get these guys some food, and that way I'll have, you know, some inflow, some income coming in. Well, that's kind of the gist of the game. I'm gonna keep doing this just to, you know, get a new game going, and hopefully I can show you guys some stuff that not a lot of the other YouTubers know about yet. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!